Hey friends, welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. Hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday. If you are watching the replay, you won't see a red box right above my head-ish over there. So when you hop on, say hi, just comment hashtag replay. We are live though, if you see a red box. So I've got a new animal chalk. Didn't think I was going to get it in time, but we're going to use some chalk paste and a paste scraper. If you don't have one of these, make sure you get one. So just add it to your cart. Let me get this going. We are going to use a surface that is 12 by 18 that I put something on, I don't know, a little while ago. And we put, you'll never know, dear, how much I love you, in chalk paste. So I am literally like doing all the things, scratching it with my fingernails, and it's not coming off. The key to remove your chalk paste, my friends, is some water and a little bit of friction, okay? So let's spray our paste pretty well, okay? And then I'm going to pin the comment down below. And the key word, my friends, tonight is drum roll. Sheep. Okay. I have never ever used this. It is currently in stock right now. Let me take this off before it starts talking to me. You can get this in a vintage farmhouse chalk box with this frame and a whole bunch of other things to make the coolest farmhouse decor ever. But you can also get the sheep by itself, okay? Let me just say that. So when you type in the word sheep, you will receive a message, and there will be a few different things for you to read, okay? One of them being the mystery project boxes that we have. There's only a few more days to get those. And there is a limited quantity on those, y'all. So pretty soon, when you go to that link, they're going to start saying low quantity. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't miss out. Okay. So I use the paste scraper. Love, love, love this. All right. It's like a very hard plastic material. Now I'm going to go in with a paper towel and pick up all of that paste that we just scraped off, okay, like so. All right, and then I'm going to spray it again. And this time what we're going to do, we're not going to use our scraper because we got like the top coat off. We are going to use what's called a board eraser, okay? Hi, everybody. How are you? Sheep, y'all, sheep. And this transfer right here, let me find it, is from 2018. So they brought it back from the dungeons. It is quite popular. It may not be for everybody. Honestly, when I first saw it a couple years ago, I'm like, nope, no thanks. But it's kind of growing on me. And I thought one color on this frame may change my mind and make a huge statement piece in my house. So look how that got majority of it off, the rest of it off. So now I'm taking a paper towel. This is a process, y'all. Just follow the process. Do what I do, okay? Now, you may have some other fancy way to clean this, but this is how I've done it forever. Okay, so I want to get majority of the water off. And then what I like to do, let me show you, is take my little dryer, okay, and I just like to dry it. Now, I want to show you something awesome about this frame. I am in love with our frames, especially these. They're called the Aiden frames. Okay, so I just kind of dry it off. But my friends, these are magnetic. And they just, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's porcelain steel magnetic frame. okay? But they're fun. Now, if you wanted to, you could paint the frame itself. If you wanted to, you don't have to, or you could just leave it white like this, okay? Hi, Miss Betty. What's up, girl? All right, let me see here. Hold on. We are going to take our transfer. This is 12 by 18. Same with our frame. It fits perfectly in our frame. And we are going to open it up, and we need to fuzz it. Okay? So, we're going to pull it out. We're going to save our little bag here because I personally like to put my transfers back in there and hang them up. Okay? So, here's our transfer. Here's our sheep. Kind of large for a t-shirt, right? But we're going to take this off. So I like to roll my finger. You'll see that? Kind of in the center. I'm going to work my way to the sides. And I'm going to take this and pull this all the way off very carefully. Now be careful when you go to take it off towards the very end. Don't yank it because in the event there's a breeze or I don't know, whatever. That transfer may fold up on itself. And then you're going to be freaking out because now you've got two sticky sides touching each other. Okay, so just be careful. All right. Okay, now what we're going to do is grab a fuzzing cloth. This is a fuzzing cloth. And I'm going to lay this down on here, flip it over, and it's sticky side to the fuzzing side, to the cloth, okay? This is applying lint to the back. Okay, so what you want to make sure is that you get enough lint on there so that it doesn't stick too well, super duper well on your surface. And then when you go to peel it up, you have a hard time getting it off because it's stuck so well that like you're pulling or stretching your transfer. Okay? Hi, Eva. How is everybody? Hit the heart button, y'all. Type in sheep. I think I'm going to change your mind about the sheep. Just saying. Okay? Just saying. So, y'all, we got our patio furniture delivered today. It's so exciting. We had dinner as a family outside on our table. That was the boys' request. So that was super fun. Okay, so this frame, I'm going to fold this to where the sticky sides are facing out. Does not have one of those like hangers. However, I use command strips. See that right there? Now, this one goes, what is this? Horizontally, right? So I'll just have Zach add a command strip to the other side. Okay, I did not write on that. Somebody asked me that question. Betty, not on this one because this is an old manufactured transfer. Therefore, the backer sheets, the white sheet that I took it off, there is a big difference in the shiny side to matte. Like there's hardly any shine to that other side. So I don't write on the older ones. On the new manufactured transfers, I do write back on those. All right, so this is going to fit perfectly in here. And I'm going to take and get all the junk that I don't want, out of the, off the transfer, okay? So, let me do something really quick. Let me push these down. So, if you really absolutely wanted to, you could take out this piece that we're about to chalk on. So, I got that down. Now, I do feel as if I need to put, let me see something. I need to put, I feel something right here, that could cause my paste to bleed. Anytime you have something on the sticky side of your transfer that will elevate it just a tad, your paste could bleed under that elevation. Okay, so I'm just laying it back down. Right here. Now I've got a big old air bubble over here, so I'm going to lift this up, and I'm just going to take my hands and work out the air bubbles. Okay. Now, what I was starting to say earlier is that I'm going to put a stir stick right here. Okay, and I'm also going to put a stir stick on this side to help me pick it up because we are going to paste and peel. Okay, so I'll teach you all about that here in just a second. Okay. All right, so here we go. We're going to use Dune. Dune. This is like an off-white. You do, Sandy? You love this transfer? No, this is not a new transfer, y'all. This is from 2018. All right, so I'm going to grab a small squeegee. This is a mini. This is a small. Both of them, I should have done this before I put the paste on there. Both of them have that little circle. You see that? That is where I place my thumb and flip. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take my small squeegee and start dragging the paste down the sheep's back. Okay? So I'm going to go back over here and grab any excess. Now, I'm going to teach y'all how to do the paste and peel method tonight. Okay? All you need to do is paste a little bit. Then you're going to grab your corners or whatever, and you are going to just peel it up. Okay? Walk it like this and release the paste from the screen. That is what you're doing. When you lift it up in time, you're releasing it from the screen. If you don't do that and let it sit too long, friends, it ain't going to release. It's going to stay in the screen and not on your surface. Okay, so now we are going to lay it back down. See if I can show you this. Lift it up. See that little bubble right there? When I lifted it up, I pulled up some of the section that I had not chalked yet. So you want to make sure that you remove that air bubble from that section. Otherwise, you could cause bleeding. Okay? So we're going to come back over here and we are going to push down along that area. Okay? We're going to grab some more paste and we're just going to keep going. All right? So I'm going to do another little section. Now, with one color, y'all, you could probably do the entire thing at once. I just wanted to show you how it works. Okay, so I'm just going to finish this out. What on earth is that? I'm just going to finish this out, go all the way down, make sure that I have covered all of my screen. Okay, that's the first double check. The second double check is after you have done pulling it almost all the way off. Okay, so before you lift it 100%, you're going to look at your sheep. And you're going to look at the sheep's feet. And you're going to look at the grass underneath the sheep's feet. Okay? And then once you're good, you lift it all the way off. Okay, so I'm going to turn it sticky side out. And I'm going to grab my cleaning mat here and lay my transfer sticky side down right here. Okay, now, some of you may not have room to do this. I mean, I barely have any room to do this. But what you want to do is clean off all of the paste right here on your transfer. Grab a little water bottle. You can use any type of water to clean your transfers. Tap water, purified water, distilled water, okay? So get that. I get this question a lot. Amy, what type of wipes do you use? Y'all, I just use Pampers. I do not use this on the back. I just like to get it off of the front or the non-sticky side. You may hear people say, oh, don't ever do that. Don't do that. Well, I've been doing it for about 2.5 years. I've had no issues. I do not use the wipes on the back, which is the sticky side. Okay, so this is just going to help me get majority of that off. All right. Then I'm going to spray it again. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Thanks, Claire. Thank you so much, y'all. So comment the word sheep, and I will send you a message on how to get it. Now, I threw my board eraser across the room. Or it fell. But let me get another one. So these do come in a 2-pack. And they last a really, really, really long time. Okay? So this is like a magic eraser, but without all the stuff. And this helps remove that paste from the screen so that you can use your sheet over and over. Because, you know, why not? Heck, y'all, you could put the sheep on the back of your car. Okay? Or you could just make a bunch of signs for your friends. Maybe you got a bunch of farmhouse lovers. Or heck, y'all, maybe you're going to a craft fair. Maybe your church is having an event. And they're going to have some people volunteer to, I don't know, sell things. Like maybe some soups or some cookies or some baked goods. And then you're like, hey, well, what if I make a bunch of sheep signs? Can I sell those? That's what's awesome about these products, y'all, is you can reuse these over and over. It is not one and done. It is not plastic. It is not, you don't throw it away, okay? What you do is you want to clean it, though, in between so that it does stay nice and reusable. And you want to make sure that you take good care of it and store it after you're done. And then once you've cleaned it all the way off, grab some paper towels, like so. And then I like to just glide my paper towels across the back and clean off, remove that excess, like, pasty water, right? Because you just wiped it all away, okay? So now that that is finished, I am going to take my backer sheet, which this is like major shiny to sticky side, line at the corners, line at the edges, make sure that it is 100% flat, okay? Super important. That is going to help keep your transfer in good shape. Okay, so I have some bumps, so let me just get those ripples out. Lift the corners as you go if you have that issue. Okay, same thing over here. Just do that. Okay, so now we have our sheep back in its home. And if you are like me, I like to store mine in the little case. I just tuck in this little sticky flap here. Okay, and what you're going to do is take your sheep, slide it in here, and there goes my board erasers again, off the front of my desk. And then I just remove the little flap, like so, flip it over, and then I hang it from this. And my sheep's ready to be hung again. So, is that not a statement piece or what? That is so cute. So simple. So simple. It's a sheep. Again, it may not be for you, but it's growing on me, so it's going to go on my house. And like I said, the frame and the transfer are two things that you can get in the vintage farmhouse box. But you could also get the sheep by itself. Just comment the word sheep. I'll send you a message with all of the details. And that's all, my friends. You have a great night. Hit the heart button. Sprinkle the video. We'll see you next time. Bye.